I'm Suraj Hashmi from the Washington Examiner, and this is White House Weekly. We were gone for a month to cover the presidential election, but now that the dust seems to be settling, we're back to highlight the top stories coming from 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. We begin on Friday, November 13th. President Trump gives his first public address since media outlets announced that Joe Biden won the presidency, speaking on the coronavirus vaccine, indicating that one would be widely available by April 2021. The scientific head of Operation Warp Speed, Dr. Moncef Slaoui, said there will be 2 vaccines and 2 therapeutics that could receive emergency use authorization before the end of the year. The United States broke a daily record, reporting more than 181,000 new coronavirus cases. Saturday, November 14th. On his way to Trump National Golf Course, President Trump waves to supporters as his motorcade passes by the pro-Trump demonstration known as the Million MAGA March. The march's purpose is to protest the reported results of the 2020 presidential election. Later, many of his supporters clashed with Antifa in the streets of Washington, D.C. that night. Sunday, November 15th. Trump offers a stunning acknowledgement that Joe Biden won the 2020 presidential election, writing on Twitter, quote, "He won because the election was rigged," end quote. He later clarifies, saying, quote, "He only won in the eyes of the fake news media," end quote. Monday, November 16th. Multiple media outlets report that President Trump plans a significant reduction in the number of U.S. troops stationed in Afghanistan and Iraq, attempting to deliver on a 2016 campaign promise that runs counter to the military establishment. Tuesday, November 17th. After the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency within DHS released a statement calling the 2020 election the most secure in American history, President Trump fires its director, Christopher Krebs. On Twitter, Trump wrote that Krebs had been terminated after putting out a statement that was highly inaccurate, claiming massive improprieties and fraud. Skipping ahead to Thursday, November 19th, during a coronavirus task force briefing at the White House, Dr. Anthony Fauci says that essential personnel will receive the COVID vaccine by the end of December.
It means that we need to actually double down on the public health measures as we're waiting for that help to come, which will be soon. We'll be getting vaccine doses into people at high priority at the end of December. We're not talking about shutting down the country. We're not talking about locking down. We're talking about intensifying the simple public health measures that we all talk about. Mask wearing, staying distance, avoiding congregate settings, doing things to the extent that we can outdoors versus indoors. If we do that, we'll be able to hold things off until the vaccine comes.
Following the election, President Trump's hopes remain high that there will be a miracle that overturns the results in his favor. But with his window closing, Trump is at least moving forward on campaign promises to get America out of foreign wars via a massive troop withdrawal and expediting a coronavirus vaccine. While these stories might get little traction after the election, they are both objectively good and promising developments for the country.